drama in NASCAR, the kind less fitting of SportsCenter and more likely to be found on court TV. Two race teams are suing NASCAR.
You hear a lot in the media these days of like, this could be the biggest thing ever. But like really, truly for NASCAR, this is one of the biggest stories in NASCAR history if this goes to trial, and the outcome could change the sport forever.
Jeff Gluck of the Athletic knows of what he speaks. He has covered NASCAR for about 20 years. We called on him to help explain what has become a really complicated story. It involves not just the biggest names in NASCAR, but one of the biggest names in all of sports. On one side, you have the France family. Jim France is the chairman of NASCAR. He is the son of Bill France Sr., the founder of NASCAR. On the other side, you have Front Row Motorsports and 23XI Racing, a team co-owned by Michael Jordan and future Hall of Fame driver Denny Hamlin. Those teams are accusing NASCAR of being a monopoly. Well, today the parties involved were all at the federal courthouse in Uptown. The judge urging them to work it out and avoid going to trial.
The judge has said, look, there's a lot of options available to me. If I find that this is an illegal monopoly and I need to break NASCAR up, essentially, you don't know what I could do. I could do much more than the teams are asking for. So the sport could look completely differently. They could make NASCAR sell all the tracks or have to have an independent officiating body or something. I mean, the whole thing could look completely different than we know it today.
Let's walk this back just for a second. So you got two teams, right? 23XI, that's Michael Jordan's co-owned team. You got Front Row involved in this lawsuit. So what are they alleging? What do they want? Why do they want it?
So they're saying that NASCAR, listen, they've stifled competition from their view. They control all the racetracks, and they've made sure that if you have a NASCAR race at one of those racetracks, you can't have another event, they say. They say that the car that they're running, the next-gen car, even though they pay for it, you know, they buy all the parts and pieces, it's a spec car, that still belongs to NASCAR in the sense that you can't take that car and race it somewhere else.
So is this suppressing revenues for the teams? They're not making enough money. They're not being able to be sustained long term.
So NASCAR is giving the teams more in this current media deal than they have before, but there's certainly an argument from the team that say you're not sharing enough. I think the biggest part of it for the teams is there's a system in NASCAR called the charter system. These are basically the same as franchises, right? Like if you buy an NBA team, you own the NBA team. But in NASCAR, it's only a 7-year term. So you could lose that. The charters are worth right now about $40 to $50 million each in NASCAR. Yeah. So that's a significant investment for a 3 or 4 car team. And in fact, there's a lot of outside investors who want to buy charters and make them even more valuable. But there's a hesitation of like, okay, wait a minute, you could take these away from us. Now, you know, an NBA owner, he doesn't have to worry about losing his franchise, even if he runs poorly or whatever.
So what do we have right now in NASCAR? Maybe what, 15 teams, 20 teams, something like that? Only 2 signed on to this. Why haven't the others?
So, yeah, I mean, the other teams said, listen, we went through a negotiation and we got to a point and we said, listen, we think this is the best terms we're going to get. You know, I think Michael Jordan is coming in and he's a disruptor, right? And he's seen how the NBA works, and his right-hand man, Curtis Polk, has been with him all along, obviously in Charlotte as well. And they know what the model is like for other sports, and they think that should apply to NASCAR. And Michael Jordan is also a person that doesn't like to lose and be pushed around. So he's willing to go all the way, it sounds like. Jim France, who is part of the founding France family, also is not willing to lose and is very, you know, set in his ways. And so you have two sort of titans of sport going at it here. And it's a matter of, is somebody going to blink first, or is it going to go to a jury trial?
Jeff Gluck with The Athletic. Now, Jeff tells us more settlement talks are going to continue. They're going to continue tomorrow. There's also another court hearing that's scheduled for Thursday. If a summary judgment or a settlement doesn't come, the trial is scheduled to start here in Charlotte December 1st.